Public speaking anxiety. Public speaking anxiety is one of the most common forms of social anxiety. People may fear being judged, making mistakes, or embarrassing themselves in front of others. Physical symptoms often include a racing heart, shaky hands, sweating, or a trembling voice. The most effective way to overcome this fear is through gradual exposure. Start by speaking in front of a mirror, then practice with friends before addressing larger group. Preparing thoroughly and focusing on your message instead of the audience's reactions can also help. Remember, most people are paying more attention to your ideas than to small mistakes. Confidence grows through practice, not by waiting until fear disappears. Meeting new people anxiety. Starting conversations with strangers can feel overwhelming for people with social anxiety. They may worry about saying the wrong thing, running out of topics, or being negatively judged. This fear often causes people to avoid social situations, making the anxiety even stronger over time. A helpful strategy is to focus on curiosity instead of perfection. Ask simple, open-ended questions and listen carefully to the other person's responses. Most conversations don't require perfect words. Genuine interest matters far more. Regularly practicing small interactions, such as greeting a cashier or chatting with a coworker, gradually builds confidence and makes meeting new people feel much more natural. Fear of being judged. Many people constantly worry that others are criticizing their appearance, behavior, or personality. In reality, most people are focused on their own lives rather than closely analyzing someone else. This type of anxiety often leads to overthinking every conversation and replaying events long afterward. One effective approach is to challenge negative assumptions by asking yourself whether there is actual evidence supporting those thoughts. Replacing harsh self-criticism with balanced thinking can reduce unnecessary anxiety. Accepting that no one is perfect also helps. Trying to impress everyone is impossible, but being authentic creates stronger relationships and reduces the pressure of constant self-monitoring. Eating in public anxiety. Some people feel extremely uncomfortable eating in restaurants, cafeterias, or other public places because they fear being watched or judged. They may worry about how they look while eating, making a mess, or drawing unwanted attention. This fear can lead to avoiding meals with friends or declining social invitations. Gradual exposure is one of the best ways to overcome it. Begin by eating with trusted family members, then progress to quieter public places before trying busier restaurants. Focusing on the conversation instead of your own behavior also helps. Most people are concentrating on their own meals rather than observing others. Phone call anxiety. For some individuals, making or answering phone calls feels more stressful than speaking face-to-face. Without facial expressions or body language, they worry about awkward silences, saying the wrong thing, or not knowing how to respond quickly. Preparing a few key points before calling can increase confidence and reduce uncertainty. Practicing with family members or close friends also helps build comfort. It's important to remember that brief pauses or small mistakes happen in almost every phone conversation. The more frequently you practice making calls, the less intimidating they become, as familiarity gradually replaces fear with confidence. Performance anxiety. Performance anxiety occurs when people fear being evaluated while performing a task such as singing, playing sports, taking an exam, or giving a presentation. The pressure to perform perfectly often creates physical symptoms like sweating, shaking, or difficulty concentrating. Instead of aiming for perfection, focus on doing your best and accepting that mistakes are part of learning. Preparation, repetition, and realistic expectations significantly reduce anxiety. Many successful performers still experience nervousness before important events, but they have learned to manage it rather than allowing it to control their actions. Workplace social anxiety. Some people feel anxious during workplace meetings, team discussions, networking events, or conversations with colleagues. They may hesitate to share ideas because they fear criticism or appearing inexperienced. This can limit career growth despite having valuable skills. Building confidence starts with participating in small conversations and gradually speaking more during meetings. Preparing comments or questions beforehand also makes participation easier. Remember that workplaces value thoughtful contributions more than perfect speeches. Confidence develops through repeated experience, and each successful interaction helps reduce future anxiety while improving professional relationship. Dating anxiety. Dating anxiety often involves worrying about rejection, awkward conversations, or not making a good impression. These fears may cause people to overthink every message or avoid dating entirely. A healthier approach is to view dating as an opportunity to learn about another person rather than as a test that must be passed. Authenticity usually creates stronger connections than trying to appear perfect. Keeping realistic expectations, Focusing on enjoyable conversations and accepting that not every relationship will work out can greatly reduce pressure. Confidence grows naturally when the goal shifts from impressing others to building genuine connections. Social event anxiety. Large gatherings such as parties, weddings, or networking events can feel exhausting for people with social anxiety. They may fear standing alone, starting conversations, or saying something embarrassing. Instead of trying to interact with everyone, set small, achievable goals, such as speaking with 2 or 3 people. Arriving early can also help because smaller groups are usually easier to join. Bringing a trusted friend may provide additional comfort during the event. Each positive experience gradually builds confidence, making future social situations feel less intimidating and more enjoyable over time. Fear of rejection. Fear of rejection often prevents people from applying for jobs, expressing opinions, making friends, or pursuing relationships. They assume rejection means they are not good enough, when in reality it is a normal part of life that everyone experiences. Even highly successful people have faced countless rejections before achieving their goals. Instead of viewing rejection as personal failure, treat it as feedback and an opportunity to grow. Every attempt builds resilience and confidence regardless of the outcome. The greatest opportunities often belong to those who are willing to risk temporary discomfort instead of allowing fear to make decisions for them.